Irvine is home to some of the most beautifully master planned communities in the entire state. So it makes it difficult finding out which neighborhood is going to be best for you. Today, I'm going to be breaking down what factors you need to look into when you're looking to buy in a neighborhood in Irvine. But first, I am a realtor here in Irvine, so if you're looking to buy, rent, or sell, make sure you reach out to me. All of my information is in the description below. I'll also put my number here to make it a little bit easier for you in that case. Another thing I want to add is I do release videos once a week, also detailing communities within Irvine. So make sure you watch those videos so you can get an intimate detail of what might work for you. I'll put a link right here so you can go to my page and look at all of those videos. But now we'll get into the factors that you need to be looking for when you're considering the home that you're going to be purchasing. Factor number one, and it's the biggest in Irvine, is schools and education. Now, if you have kids or you're planning on having kids, you want to make sure that's your first thing. Now, luckily, Irvine is one of the best school districts in the entire nation, but there's also different school districts within Irvine with a little bit better schools. So if, getting the number one school, like for instance, University High School is the best high school in Irvine, and a lot of people move to that specific part of Irvine to be zoned for that school, you want to make sure when you're searching for homes that you're going to be zoned for a district that goes into the school district that you want your children in. And number two is obviously the home prices. Irvine is a very expensive place. The median price is around 1.5 million. The average is about 2 million. So the neighborhood that you're going to choose, you want to make sure that you can comfortably afford those payments. Now, on top of that, a lot of Irvine has HOA fees. Even the single family homes have a lot of HOA fees. So if you're already really tight on your mortgage and then there's $500 in HOA fees, you want to make sure you know that before you buy the home. And on top of that, neighborhood specific, there's different taxes in different neighborhoods. And now in Irvine, Melrose is a really big thing with taxes. So if you're not wanting to deal with the Melrose tax fee, which can be an extra 1.5% a year about in taxes, you want to make sure you know what neighborhoods do and don't have that. Number three is the commute and lifestyle. Now, a lot of people are going to be working in the Irvine business district. So if you are there, you want to make sure that you're pretty close, because the 405 is not exactly the most non-trafficked freeway. So keep that in mind when you're looking for homes, is you're not going to be driving around, when you're looking for homes, you're looking at 2 p.m. on a weekday and there's going to be no traffic. But you want to make sure and calculate, hey, if I live in Laguna Altura and I have to go to the Irvine Business District for work at 8 a.m. when it's the biggest traffic hour, is that going to be, less than 30 minutes, which I want? Or is it going to be 45 to an hour? You want to know that before you buy a home in that neighborhood, or you just look in there in general. And also lifestyle. Irvine is pretty incredible how different each lifestyle is in communities. You have kind of like the Quail Hill, Turtle Ridge, Turtle Rock area where it's very hilly and, it's hikes and you're close to the beaches. And then you have kind of like the Great Park Woodbridge area where it's a little bit more, it's always suburban, but more of a suburban flat feel. You're kind of away from the mountains. It's more of kind of that feel. And then you have the Irvine Business District where it's very industrial and commercial buildings and retail. So you want to understand what lifestyle you want and make sure you look for that in the neighborhoods that you're looking to buy in. And number four is the future growth and resale value of the home. Now, if you're not looking to live here forever, which is always what happens, houses are always going to sell, whether it be you or your kids, you want to make sure that it has really good resale value. Some of the ways to understand that is, one is, if a community is already built out, then it's going to probably have really good resale value because you can't build any more homes. Now, a lot of Irvine right now is getting built up. So maybe those communities aren't going to have the best resale value in the next 2 to 5 years because there's going to be another 1,000 homes and 1,000 homes to choose from and newer homes. So if you're looking to also make a good profit on this home in 5 to 10 years, you want to make sure maybe you're in a community that's going to have a little bit of a higher chance of a better resale value. And another little small tip is you want to understand what's happening in that community, because if you don't want a bunch of builds around you or a bunch of new things, you want to know that beforehand. And a good resource is to just go to the Irvine website and you can see what's being built, what's being not, what new laws are going, because it can be different community to community. And you want to know what's happening because, for instance, in Great Park is a great example. There's a lot being built out right now. So if you're someone who wants new things and to kind of always feel fresh and see a bunch of new things in your community and kind of like the new lifestyle that they're going to create, that's going to be a great place for you. But if you don't want to deal with construction for the next 5 years, then Great Park is not going to be a good option for you. So those are all a lot of the things that you need to consider when looking neighborhood to neighborhood. But again, I just want to say that I do release videos once a week detailing these communities. So you can look through there, and also I'll be releasing videos continually every week about new communities. So make sure you look at that. But number one is you're not going to know a community until you go there. So I would love to, again, offer my information is all in the description. Reach out to me and I can show you the homes that are currently for sale, because that way we can look at these homes and these communities and you'll be able to actually get a feel if it's something for you. But as always, thank you so much for tuning into this week's video. I really appreciate it. But as always, I do release videos once a week on Friday detailing the benefits of homeownership and how to buy a home. In this case, how to go about buying within a neighborhood. But make sure you subscribe and stay tuned if you want to learn more information about that. But as always, thank you so much again for tuning into this week's video. I hope to see you in the next one. Have a great week.